Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercury, and today I'm here at EPCOT, and there is an EPCOT bunny rabbit right behind me. I don't know if we can see it, it's too bright. But we are here to talk about some of my favorite World Showcase pavilions. So we're gonna go around and I'm gonna show you my top ones, and we're gonna start with Mexico. Let's go check it out. So there is the EPCOT bunny I was mentioning, and he's just relaxing, eating some grass, doing some bunny things. And that little bunny was sitting just outside here by the Mexico Pavilion. When you enter the building of the Mexico Pavilion, it's through the pyramid entrance, and it brings you to this exhibit that displays Coco. So they have different scale models, they have some costumes that are representative of things that you would see in the movie. They have these statues. And one of my favorite Coco displays is over here, where they have the ofrenda for Dia de los Muertos, also known as Day of the Dead. As we go further into the pyramid, it really gives the feeling of being in a night market. The lights are lowered, it really has nighttime vibes, and there's so many different vendors in this area. The interior facades really replicate what feels like a small-town Mexican village. There is a lot of Calavera-style art available for purchase. They have these statues, these skulls, and lots of whimsical animals like these chihuahuas. There is also a Donald Duck ride called the Gran Fiesta Tour, in which we see Donald and his friends Jose and Panchito as the three caballeros. You start by boarding a boat and sailing past a Mayan pyramid. This is also directly across and sails by one of the sit-down dining establishment, San Angel. So if you end up with a table that's right at the water, you get to watch all the boats go by. But this ride is wonderful. It's sort of like Donald's adventure through Mexican culture, and it has these really catchy tune, and it's just an enjoyable ride. One of my favorite shops in the EPCOT Pavilion is at the exit to the Gran Fiesta Tour, and that is the glass shop. And at certain times, they actually have a glass blower making glass crafts right in front of you. Unfortunately, they were not there at this particular moment. And this is the entrance to the restaurant that I had mentioned before that overlooks the Gran Fiesta Tour. And here are just some examples of different souvenirs that you could purchase at some of the different market stalls. One other place that I want to mention is La Cava del Tequila, or La Cava for short. And this is a bar that specializes in tequilas. Now on to the next pavilion, and this one is the Japan Pavilion. You are greeted with this marvelous pagoda at the entrance to the Japan Pavilion. During select times, there are performers that play traditional drums at this location. I'm not a big shopper, but this pavilion is one of my favorite shops in all of Walt Disney World. They have so much fantastic stuff. Everything from pop culture anime to more classic and traditional Japanese items. I also really love this shirt that said, "Yes, kawaii is art." Something that's really popular in this pavilion is the Pearl booth, where they have oysters in a tank, and you select your oyster, and then a cast member will open the oyster, and it's done in a very ceremonial way to look and see if there is a pearl inside and what type of pearl it is, because sometimes there's a pink one or a black one. There are different sizes, and people just really, really enjoy going to this booth. It's always so popular when I'm here. In the back of the shop, I also came across these beautiful sake sets as well as tea service sets. One thing that I find really special and unique about this shop is they do have an area where you can get kimono. So even if you just want to see them and see some traditional kimonos, this is a wonderful area to explore and learn more about Japanese culture. One thing that I am always tempted to get but have not yet done is to get a bonsai tree. They have these ones that are grown, but they also offer seed kits if you want to grow a bonsai from seed. And if you like exploring culture through taste, They also have Japanese snacks, including a vast variety of pocky. In the back of the pavilion is the Kawaii Culture of Cute museum area, where they have this great display of kawaii culture, but it is dramatically smaller than the last time I had been here. You'll find things on display here related to anime, Pokemon, Hello Kitty, and other types of kawaii, very cute types of Japanese animation characters. There are also two different restaurants. There is Tempen Ito, which is the sit-down restaurant that I'm looking at, and behind me is the quick service restaurant, the Katsura Grill. Also during the Food and Wine Festival, they have something called the Hide and Squeak. And throughout the different pavilions, there are little Remy's, and I just found one. So we're over here in the Japan Pavilion, and over by the koi pond, you can see all the kois swimming around. Right up over here on the rock, we have a little Remy. I am at the next pavilion that I want to show y'all, and we are at the French Pavilion. This is one of my favorite pavilions in all of Epcot. This is wonderful. Let's go take a look. There are a few restaurants in the French Pavilion, and the first one you come across is Les Chefs de France. As you continue deeper into the pavilion, you pass some fountains, followed by some ornaments that are on display for the holiday season. And these are gorgeous. They show Paris in the winter time. I love it. The architecture facades really make you feel like you are in a Parisian town. After having a recent trip to Paris, I realized how much thought went into the architecture of this pavilion. And it really, really captured the essence of what I felt when I actually went to Paris. Here is one of the other restaurants in the French Pavilion, which is Monsieur Paul. If I could recommend one snack in all of Epcot, it would be here at l'Artisan de Glace, which is the ice cream shop in the French Pavilion. They have an ice cream sandwich. Now, this is no ordinary ice cream sandwich. This is ice cream between toasted brioche bread, and it is out of this world. There is also Léal, which is where you will find both the souvenir shop as well as quick serve dining, and they have some fantastic pastries. So if you want some French pastries, this is the place to go. They also have a lot of shops, and if you want the Disney flavor of things, you will find a lot of Remy themed items, as well as things from Disneyland Paris in this pavilion. They also have this fragrance shop where they were featuring Dior, and if you know me, I'm a Sauvage girl. Yes, I wear Sauvage as a girl, and I may have sprayed myself in the nose, but that's okay. That's okay. I also found these silk scarves, and my friends, I was so tempted. These were amazing scarves. And of course, they have the items with the Disney flair. Then if you head to the back of the pavilion, you find Le Crêperie de Paris, and also this is where you will find Remy's Ride, Ratatouille. So we're almost at the next pavilion, and this one might not be as big, but I find it high quality, and that's the UK Pavilion. I really, really enjoy walking around the UK Pavilion because it feels like being back in London. Like it captures the vibe really, really well. So let's go check it out. You can enter the pavilion on one side through this lovely garden area. Bugs. It just has such a whimsical feel over here, and also during select times, both Mary Poppins and Alice from Alice in Wonderland do meet and greets in this general area. As you continue heading back, there's a courtyard, and also in this courtyard is a stage where they have live performances. And just like that, moments after I arrived, the band showed up, and the live performance began. After listening to some music, I ventured into the shops to check out what they have. Since this is the UK Pavilion, it is going to be heavy on the Winnie the Pooh and Peter Pan items. And let's not forget our practically perfect Miss Mary Poppins. In one of these shops, I found some snacks that are specifically from the UK. They even had jelly babies, and if you're not familiar, they're like gummy bears, but not quite as sweet, but they're pretty good. They also had pop culture merchandise from things like the Beatles. I also saw Monty Python. I did not see any Doctor Who. In the past they have had Doctor Who though, but not on this trip. And let's go across the way where they have a Twinings shop. So if you love tea, this is the place to go. They have a broad selection of teas available, including a build-your-own tea chest where you can mix and match. They also had this selection of loose leaf tea, and this is something I never saw in stores before, so this I found very unique. They also had a lot of shortbread cookies in stock as well. And the unofficial mascot for British royalty, the Corgi. So those are some of my favorite pavilions here at Epcot. Whenever I'm here, like sometimes I might be here for a quick trip, but these are the places I'm never gonna skip over. These are my go-tos, and I really, really enjoy just exploring them, taking in a little bit of culture even, and getting to see, you know, a little, almost like a little taste. It's not quite the same as going to another country. Definitely not a replacement for it, but getting the vibe, getting a little bit of like, hey, that might be a place I want to go visit. That's what I'm looking for. And these pavilions, they deliver on it with some Disney flair. So I guess with that, I am done for the day. I'll see you all real soon. And until then, stay inspired by everyone. Take care.